stations are tuned in too.
Welcome to the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
All right, thank you for staying with us. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Your number one go-to for everything and anything as regards, information, education, and as regards, situation reports on the protests across the country. I think it's been quiet for today. It's been quiet for today, just, in case you're wondering.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Yes, exactly. But then, it's still early. Time check right now is 8:44 a.m. So, of course, as it goes on, we'll definitely be breaking it to you right here on this dial. So, stay tuned. Or you can just, check us out on our social media. We'll definitely be uploading and updating as it progresses. So check us on Facebook and Instagram at Mainland 98.3 FM and on X at Mainland FM. Now, moving on to the Mainland focus for today, of course, is the nationwide protest, the hashtag End Bad Governance protest. Yesterday was day one. It was quite eventful with one way or the other. It was actually quite eventful. But then let's have a conversation. What are your thoughts on the first day of the nationwide protest? We gave highlights of different parts of the country. The southeast was relatively silent. The north was a little bit tensed, let me put it that way. Was a little bit tensed. The FCT as well, there were some disruptions here and there, violence here and there, and also here in the southwest, also it was a little bit
I think most of the southwestern states stayed away from the protests. Really,
they were just there.
I think Lagos,
even the ones that did, were just there.
So
because
it was peaceful. Let's
exactly.
just it was peaceful in the southwest. Yeah,
let's just put it that way. All right, and then south it wasn't so much, but of course, except for Rivers and Bayelsa, that's about that. So let's have a conversation. What are your thoughts on the first day of the nationwide protest, and how best do you think the government can manage the issue of violence in some parts of the country? About the protest, some state governors have already announced 24-hour curfew, especially in the worst hit states. I'm talking about Kano, Yobe, Nasarawa, and Borno states. Okay, how best do you think the government can manage the issue of violence in some parts of the country, and what would be your advice to the police and other security operatives in trying to manage the protest? I think the security agents in some parts of the country, they came on guiding. They were when you say you're on guard,
yeah,
they were just there like it can happen anytime. So they were at alert,
fully prepared. I
think maybe because of that, any little noise or any little, they were just
there to quickly react.
So I think maybe they should calm down. Just try to take cheaper. But what do you think, Fuad?
Well, again, I think that again in this conversation of building a functional democracy, we're naturally going to have this. Nations are not built without having one or two challenges, and one of them would have to be how we're able to guarantee the rights of the people to dissent. When I say dissent, having dissenting opinion about the activities of government, and that's why I keep saying that no matter what we think. No matter the intelligence we think we may be gathering, the reality is that, look, it is wrong to try to demonize the idea of a protest in a democracy. But I think that, look, be that as it may, we also have to begin to address critical issues that have been raised as far as this protest is concerned. The first one is the demands of the protesters as to the hardship in the land. I think the government needs to check and recheck again how well they responded to the suffering of Nigerians that have come as a result of the policies of government. Majorly the removal of subsidy, the floating of the naira, and then the aggressive revenue drive of the government. It's very important for the government to now look at workable solutions, more realistic solutions, because again, we've seen a situation where the president had done majorly the idea of addressing hardship by what you call the government of tokenism, this idea of handing out things to people, palliatives. These things are not going to work. We've said it severally. And if you look at it now,
I think the people are tired of palliatives.
They're not even getting the palliatives.
Because, at the protest ground, yes, Dr. and I were on the field.
Yeah.
And, a lot of these men, elderly men, and that we are not beggars. Just let the environment thrive.
Create the enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
We can work.
No, Nigerians are not lazy.
We'll work hard.
Nigerians are ready to work. So this idea of anything comes, so we've brought in 20 loads of trailer. I think it was Adamawa. No, it was Taraba State to Adamawa. Yes, I think it was somewhere in Abia State. There are reports that a warehouse was broken into. Yes, where the palliatives were kept. But I think there's a state that even said that look, they've not seen any rice anywhere. The federal government has not brought in any rice. So this idea of thinking that look, you can address this problem of hardship in the land by merely giving a huge amounts of money to the governors or bringing in trailer load of rice will not solve any problem. Let's look at what can really bring down, and we've talked about maybe a partial introduction of subsidy officially. Whatever we are doing is unofficial, so we cannot really talk much about that. Maybe we can begin to look at a reintroduction of a partial introduction of subsidy until the point where we can produce enough crude oil, work on our refineries, and begin to produce petroleum products locally. And then with that, we can now begin to solve the problems. But I think the government needs to really sit back and address hardship in the land, whether we like it or not. Opinions may be divided on every other thing. But one I think nobody can controvert or argue against the fact that there's hardship in the land. On the issue of the violence we've seen in some parts of the country, the police has a job to do. We've said it severally. This is a planned protest. What of a protest that comes unplanned? How would the police react? Because we've seen situations where protests have happened unplanned. And that's why the police must now look at how to build capacity to deal with things like this. The idea of, even a peaceful protest is ill-timed. No, it is because it has been announced. What of it was not announced? Would the police act helpless? That's what we are saying. Build capacity, train your men to be able to deal with violence that could arise from a protest. We see it in developed societies. Protest sometimes turns violent, but the police are well trained to deal with things like that. They arrest people that should be arrested, prosecute those that should be prosecuted. And then you have teasers, you have pepper spray, you have water cannons, you have, using live ammunition, for example, is a no-no for protesters. Unless the protesters are not carrying arms. Then they've turned from being a protester to something else. You understand? So, again, I think in the conversation of nation building, it's for us to open up our minds, get more critical, get more methodical in the way we look at some of these things. And I'm saying that, look, whether this protest lasts for a day, 2, 3, or 10 days has been planned, the reality is that, look, nothing should make us begin to demonize the idea of a protest in a democracy. What we should do is to look at what the protesters are saying, address those concerns, and then, of course, build security capacity to the point where we're able to deal with the violence that comes from the protests.
Thank you very much, Said Fuad. A political scientist in person of Professor John Ayoade noted that government must stick out its neck to curb the protest. There are central and local grievances. It is important for the government at the state level to talk to their people. They understand the issues and they understand the people's language.
People that have failed the people may not be able to talk to the people. Look, whether we like it or not, even you see that a lot of the supporters of the president have said that, look, the governors have failed the president. That's what they are saying, that the governors have failed. Even the president, I think about a month or two ago, when he was addressing the Arewa people, he said, look, go and talk to your governors. I've done my own part. And what we are saying is that, look, the president from 1999 till date has been active in Nigerian politics, at least in Lagos. Single-handedly has produced governors after governors, for us in Lagos. Worried when he went on this aggressive revenue drive, hoping that creating more revenue for government would automatically translate to better living for the people. You're going to be giving more monies to governors who had not been able to manage the little they were getting before. It's going to be failure upon failure. And that's why it is looking like, look, the governors are failing. So to expect the governors to now speak to their people is just scratching the surface. People that have failed the people may not be able to really bring back the people, to begin to trust them.
All right. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. That's our studio line. And for those who'd like to send WhatsApp messages, it's 0913-6000-430. That's for WhatsApp. 0913 6,430. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So you can drop your comment in the live chat section and we'll take them as the show progresses. For those of us who will be calling in, we have just 2 minutes. Please, let's stick within the 2 minutes time frame. Today is Friday, so I'm very, very strict with the timing of our submissions. So please, let's stick within the 2 minutes time frame. Thank you very much. Let's start with our first call of the day. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please turn off your radio set.
Yes, thank you. I've done that.
All right. Thank
Yes,
you.
Sandra and Fahad, I greet you people this morning.
We greet you, sir.
And I especially greet Mr. Fahad for all his good analysis. You see, you are one person I know that
your
you
name,
are.
Name and location, sir.
My name is Dr. Jiri.
Okay.
All right.
Where are you calling from?
Most of the people that lead this country, we just have the worst of us leading the best of us. The truth is that when election comes, we hardly check, do background check of the people who want to elect into political offices. And instead, they will introduce ethnicity and all manner of religion nonsense. And that is what the people at the grassroots capitalize to do also.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, we can barely hear you. Can
You shift your position.
move a bit?
You hear me?
I think it's better, huh?
Okay. Now look, the way the country has been.
I think you need to call us back, or maybe you should send a message. We can
The line
barely
is so
hear
poor.
what you're saying. The quality of the call is really poor. Thank you.
Network, right?
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes,
for understanding. Hello.
Andrew Ford, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Don Peters. I'm calling from First Park.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Fahad, I've been with you guys since yesterday, listening to your show and listening to the agitation of some of Nigeria, saying that the people from the southeast they have not joined the protest. By the grace of God, I am from the southeast, and we can never join the protest. Why? Because I am not good for voting. Why should I be good for protest? People tag us a lot of names, call us a lot of things, build up to the whatever. Right now, they are calling us for protesting. We can never protest. Never. We can only be in solidarity with the protest by locking down our businesses. But being on the street, we can never be on the street. Simply because we are not good for voting. We shouldn't be good for protest. That's just the truth here. We can never join the protest.
Who is this
And that is only what I have to say. Thank
Don
you.
Peters, who is this we?
You again.
The people from the southeast,
Okay.
we cannot join it. We cannot be on the street. We can never be on the street. No matter how they try to.
I want to assume you're speaking for yourself, though.
But
I am not speaking for myself. Throughout for the past 2 weeks, I've been in Enugu, my home state, and nobody will come out. I just came back to Lagos simply because of the protest, because of my family. I cannot be away while they are here. I fly down to Lagos just to be with them, to make sure that everybody is okay, my spouse, my business, and the rest of other things. Apart from that, I could have been there to continue with what I'm doing over there. So I heard so many people call on the show yesterday saying that the people from the southeast have not joined the protest and the rest of other things. And I can tell you for free, we can never be on the street. That's just the truth. Since we are not good for voting, we shouldn't be good for protest. Thank you.
All right.
well,
So-
again, I have my reservations about we. Really.
That's what I have to ask.
Because again, we were in the field yesterday and we saw a number of Southeasterners too
Yes.
who joined the protest. Again, this conversation of ethnicity is really very unfortunate, really. And I think majorly we have to blame some of the officials of government who came out creating ethnic division as to this conversation of the protest, and that's the reason why there seems to be that conversation out there. I think hardship does not know ethnicity. It does not know religion. Hardship is hardship. Hunger is hunger.
Hardship is hardship. Hunger is hunger. That's just it. All right. Thank you very much. 0913 6000 410. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ogami Fuad, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I want to quickly say this before my time starts. For Don Peters, I think that statement is very wrong. This is not political protest. This is not protest about election. Are the Southeasterners hungry? Are they buying rice from another market? How much do they buy rice? A bag of rice, no matter how much money you have as an individual Southeasterner, can you feed the whole hungry people in Southeast? So please, I want us to drop the drum. Talk about ethnic group when we are talking about the general issue. My brother Don Peters, please, I'm not comfortable with that statement. Igbos are protesting and in where I am.
Mr. Peter, Mr. Peter, just talk to your own issues. He has a right to his own opinion, you know.
Okay, yeah. All right. Let me give you my situation report yesterday. If you know Bajudaya Road, I trekked almost to Nipan because there were no vehicles on the road. I take pictures of empty roads. I got to Nipan. I wanted to head to Ojota because I wore my nika and I wore something that can help me to move around. And I got to Nipan. I didn't see any single vehicle that could convey me to Ojota. The Ikorodu Road, as it used to be, was empty. I took some pictures of them. Now, what am I trying to bring out here? Protest in the government in another language, or remind the government, because you've been asking us on this station, what advice do we give to government? And you now see that all the advices we've been giving to the government, none is considered. We told the government, look, find a way and get all the terrorists out of the farm, so that farmers that are flooding Lagos today can go back and farm for us to have food, to have groundnut, to have banana, to have plantain, to have yam. You keep giving rice. Organic food. Do you soak rice like gari and drink? Or when you give me rice, there will be nothing to eat the rice with. So do you give us a yam? Is it only rice that we eat in Nigeria? People want to say sometimes for 3 months I don't eat rice. Oh, forget about that. Now we have told you that electricity tariff is too high. Stop this banding of a thing because it's criminal. Okay, the people that you don't give life for 20 hours, are they not Nigerians? Are they not doing businesses? Stop this thing.
Thank you.
And then give Nigerians prepaid meters. So you don't do that. This has been the message sent to government, and government refused to take it. Instead, you go and prepare anti-protesters to protest against the protesters. You show uniform for them, buy t-shirts for them, buy the stuff for them.
Hello, good morning. Your name, ma?
My name is Mᴏᴜ. Even Igbos. I don't know what Igbo collect from people of Nigeria.
From who now? What people collect?
Yesterday was
actually an hashtag.
Yeah, the hashtag is useless. It's completely useless.
We don't know.
That one is not.
It's not relevant. Let's just leave that nonsense.
That's totally out of it.
Let's focus. So there was an hashtag like that.
Yes.
People like that.
Yes. Hello.
Turn it up already.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Fuad, I appreciate the wonderful work you are doing.
We can barely hear you, sir. Please, your name and where you're calling from. And please,
speak louder.
Speak louder.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from PT. Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yes.
Now.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel.
Okay. Now that all the tools, they have exhausted all the tools of propaganda, intimidation, and empty threat, I don't know what the master strategist is going to employ now. Let me draw your attention to the fact that you said that when a lot of groups started sprinting up, when Mr. President, in his own sense of direction, directed all ministers, senators to go back to their constituency. The issue of lack intellectual capacity to handle the situation. They don't have anything to over. You see, government that is surrounded by people of if what money can not do, more money can do it. When you join APC, your sins are forgiven. Anyone that is expecting something good to come out of that group of people, that person is deceiving himself. It's a matter of time. This government will crash out. Thank you very much. Samuel from K2 once again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. Let's take some Facebook messages to take just, a quick break from the phone line. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. You're listening to Mainland Focus, and the focus, of course, is the nationwide protest. Should we start saying after I really don't know, because for today it's been quiet. It's been quiet,
very quiet, at least in Lagos
for now. Anyways, but of course, as you know, the day goes on, would bring us updates from different parts of the country. We have some messages here on Facebook. I'll start with Chijoke Azu saying those calling they never organized or be part of what should not bother them. So what Igbos need is live in Nigeria for their land, not just
listen, anything with ethnic coloration, let's just move away from it.
This thing it really isn't as hard as this, honestly. Good morning, Sandra and Fad. See what our dear country has turned to because one refused to do his work. The ongoing protest would have been averted if President Tinubu addressed at least 3 out of all the demands of the protesters. Open border for food to come in, reverse electricity hike, let petrol price be reduced to 300 naira and make it available. Let the president address the nation. Let him stop the story of give me time. Hunger doesn't respect time. I expect the president to come out today to state his position concerning the protest before things totally go out of hand. He should not rely on those who are telling him lies. He should listen to the masses. Benjamin from Shogunle sharing that one. I also have Akanie Akwan saying, good morning, Sandra and Fuad. My state, Akwa Ibom, only 5 cups of rice they are sharing for people as palliatives. All right, 5 cups of rice.
I think we're getting reports that number of protesters are gathering. We'll have to really confirm that, Jota as we speak. So
they said we were going to come back. That was agreed at the protest ground yesterday when we were there. They said they were going to come back today. Yes. All right. Basil Chika on Facebook is saying, why is Tinubu shying away to meet the right people over this protest? Instead, he continues to meet with the praise singers like Wike that can never tell him the situation of things on ground. Now I understand why political merchants always sought for aged men as president so they can keep on manipulating them against the people. But this time around, with this awareness gathering from this protest, they will also be so unlucky this time. Chika Bende from Trade Fair. And Temitakwa Natoye Michael, hello Milan FM. The protest on the first day in Lagos was peaceful, which the governor has commended. At this point, it's important for the government to attend to the plight of the people before it will turn violent. But it's unfortunate that we have political leaders that are fond of applying medicine after death approach to sensitive issues that affects the citizens. Can you imagine that it took the governing council of the College of Education, Akoka, after it resulted into violence and properties worth millions of naira has been vandalized to effect what the students are clamoring for, which is the removal of the provost of the institution? Why do they want him removed? I just want to hope that President Tinubu will not use this same approach before he will implement what the citizens want, amongst which are stop the flotation of the naira, reduce fuel pump price, provide adequate security, especially for the farmers. God bless Nigeria. That's Temitakwa Natoye from Jagemo.
You know what, Sandra? Whether the president addresses these concerns speedily or not, no matter how slow or fast he's able to address these issues, it's no to violence. That's what we should be preaching.
Good morning, Sandra and Fad. Honestly, I'm sad with the current situation we are now. The president should come out to address the nation in a manner the common people will understand the effort in place to cool down the tension in the land. God bless my country, Nigeria. And that's Kabiru Adegbero. Also, Eboluwa Olukunle Solomon. People are free to protest. Meanwhile, they must respect the rights of some of us that don't believe in protest by not blocking the highways and major roads. May Nigeria succeed. Thank you very much for your thoughts there. Babatunde Ayinde. The point is some people in this part of the country instigating protest but refuse to protest in their region but using other people's region and causing burning and looting. Posterity will judge us. All right. That's Babatunde Ayinde sharing that one. Okay. We also have here Joshua from Oregon. Mr. Fuad, you always say the worst deceit is self-deceit. Do you people watch the video of a pro-government protest that was interviewed? And next thing he started saying there's hunger in the land.
You didn't know, he got a wrong brief. I
saw that video.
Somebody that was protesting against hunger protest, started talking about hunger.
Anti-hunger
protest. Now talking about one guy in the line. He got a wrong brief, really.
I think it wasn't properly informed. I think that's.
And people that organized that would have been disappointed. Maybe they'll collect their money.
They'll collect their money back. We don't know if they give them.
They was but I paid it. Who's it?
Maybe they didn't pay. Maybe they didn't pay.
Or maybe they paid half.
They paid him half. That's why he decided to do half work.
But the half work was terrible.
No, he did half now. He started well.
And they ended badly. And they will not pay balance.
They won't pay in balance. That's the unfortunate one. Maybe that's what will happen. Now let's go back to the phone line. 10 minutes past 9. Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Olaiwola.
Yes, Mr. Olaiwola.
Yeah, you see, before this protest starts, government give an advice that they should not embark on this protest. But the group of people say they want to embark on the protest. The report yesterday have negative and positive in our society we find ourselves today. Government is a part of the lost thing about the economic aspect of it, because the which of income yesterday has gone that the government cannot even record it. An individual lost their own thing too. But the issue on ground, as a media house or you people are the journalists, you people before, when most of the media organizations are also encouraging this protest. Now the security of a life and property that are
lost.
Have
they been encouraging the protest?
In this thing now, because you people always say encouraging them is their right.
Now, is their right?
Yes.
Okay, so is it wrong to say is their right? Is it not their right?
Is that right?
Okay.
Carefully.
Yes.
You are exercising your right.
Yes.
And the fundamental aspect of it, that's section 40 now, you are exercising your right.
Yes.
And you are also violating other people's rights. Why did I say so? You are protesting because you are hungry,
yes.
And the set of other people are not hungry, and you are blocking, and you are blocking the road that the people have
and
to have access to.
If you have been listening to this station, what have we been saying about people who block roads, who want to cause violence? What have we been saying about
them? Ignoring our caveats.
I am not saying because of your station.
Okay.
I am saying because I'm
sure that there is no responsible media house that would have encouraged violence in a protest.
But at this issue now,
yes.
Most of the government institution yesterday was routine also, and the life also has gone toward it.
Yes.
If we can be able to come into the table with government and negotiating this issue, let you people that are faithless now, you people, as far as the casualty has happened now, you people are coming up. Most of them are already come up on the radio, TV, radio station to bring it in.
You people, your time is up. 2 minutes. Thank you very much. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much.
All
right, as regards that,
it's all about perception.
Selective.
Really. Selective perception.
It's selective. Really. Just very selective. That's just.
And I think people should try and open up their minds and listen to everything we say.
Be open-minded about conversation. When you're having this kind of conversation, if you are, and then it says we that we are not hungry. Well,
and we have said it for people who are not hungry.
If you are not hungry, you have the right not to protest.
For example, we've commended the protesters in Lagos. They didn't block the roads. They didn't disturb any other. So for people who are already causing violence, the police, the security operatives should deal with them as common criminals. We said it here. Said right. If you the bad part of what has happened in the protest, they are also positive. So let's be open-minded and address this issue with some level of.
Yes, I call you back again, Dr. Jury on the line.
Okay, yes, the line was bad then. Yes.
Please, if he's doing well, nobody will complain. This man is not doing well. What does it take a president to address this? Is a protest that has been announced since over 1 month. He has refused to address the protesters inside the enemy or whatever of Lagos. No, people are in thousands, they feed from their sweat, and they are complaining about what they go through. People are out there taking money, little money they should have used for something useful for Nigerians. They use it to give to those people whatever they want to say. Let them call other stations and say it. You are doing a good job. Thank you. God bless you.
0913600410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Why do you think?
Okay, Malam Salam. Yeah, let people know you. Speak louder, please, Malam.
No, you know why. I do this, but I know this with you. I know this. For make I know you. Okay, I introduce myself. My name is Malam Salam.
Yes.
Make I ask you, why do you think Nigerians will be saying now? Niger is a country that proudly Mr. President, sanctioned them for about 6 months. They never protest that they are hungry. A country like Nigeria today, Nigerian man is protesting not because they don't have life or bad road or education. The major cocoa of this protest that we are hungry. Please have any reason. And you know what? People are saying that we should give this president time. Did he take his time before he removed subsidy? Did he take his time before he said subsidy is gone? No. So you can't run a country with fear. And let me tell you, sir, I'm not an advocate of doom because my religion never permit me to be rebellious to my leader, even though that my leader happens to be my child. That is what my religion told me. So I'm not in support of protest with any guy. But do you know what? Time will tell. I believe this is just a time play. And I just want to call your attention. You know, I told you about how 2027 will be. If you look at this protest carefully, the volatile area, the places that are so, people react bitterly, is northern part of Nigeria. And no any leader from north, either religion leader or whatever, that ever made comment against this protest. They are all silent because they have seen the reaction, they have seen the body language of their people. Maybe political round table. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malam Salam.
Oh, I think we lost that one. Okay, 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. Good morning,
Good morning.
My name is Lord, I'm calling for Fᴜģᴜ.
All right.
For me, I really appreciate those who protest. God bless them. But like I always say, this is the same party who did this work for good 8 years under Buhari. All what they promised during Jonathan, they come, they cannot. All what they say, this party that promised that 8 years. And we may just continue again with the same party. That's why for you.
We can barely hear you.
Really bad.
Quality of the call.
That's why for me, I can never put it down people. I put my consent, whether the person wins or not. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't get anything he said, but hopefully.
Manage.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Yes. Good morning.
And my Ogade.
Good morning.
Who's calling from Aja?
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, we thank the Lord. Really, I think is the solution we should be talking of. We are heading to, because when you don't know where you are coming from, when you don't know where you are going, you must know where you are coming from. Where is everything going to terminate? So that is on the part of the protesters, which by transfer, I think the Nigerians that are feeling the brunt. I'm telling you, I told you yesterday, I've been in the hospital for somebody. In my Korokoro hide, 3 children passed out between yesterday and today. Not that the people, the facilities are not there. I'm telling you, no money to do tests, ordinary tests for typhoid, and beyond typhoid is serious. I'm telling you the truth of the matter. You cannot even see the husbands. They are nowhere to be found.
You don't know
it is the women. They shout, cry, and they lament, and they carry the dead of their children in my Korokoro. It's beyond this hunger. When you are talking of hunger, we have the hunger of the mental. It's beyond all these things. The government must just give us their program. How do they want to address it? The doctors, they work back to back, 24 hours, because they cannot just see people dying. They have to, lose their comfort, and I give it to them. Particularly at Lasso, let me just be specific. I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth of the matter. So, my brother, it's beyond all what you are talking about. It's beyond, not hunger. If people don't eat, people can still take some things. go into the bush and even eat grass. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
There is beyond that. Thank you. Education is there. Many things.
Thank you very much.
Tell us the way they want to do it.
Solve the problems.
What do they want to do? Not surround themselves with all people like Wike, people like Akpabio. They have, and the chairman of that.
Thank you very much. It's okay. Thank you. It's all right.
Thank you.
Well, those are people in government too.
Thank you.
Fortunately, Akpabio is the number 3 man.
He's the number 3 man
Senate
in the
president.
country.
Wike is the first FCT minister.
Let's begin to wrap that. It's 21 minutes past 9. We have to start wrapping
time
things
flies.
up. Yes, and we also have to take quite a few messages that we have on WhatsApp and also on Facebook. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Afwan.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. Sandra, morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
By the grace of God, yesterday I was at the protest in Ojota. It was so peaceful, and I salute all the organizers. I was there, going to interview to a particular media house. So I don't want to mention the name. Now, let me tell you, leave these hailers alone. They are calling us whalers. In talking of hunger in the land, people are hungry. People are suffering. And somebody will still come and say somebody is instigating somebody on their station or on their media house. Why are we like this in this country? Look at in the northern part of the country, it turns violent. People died. They are hungry. There's hunger in the land. Everybody is hungry. Look at what happened. Look at the level of compliance yesterday. Upon all the so-called master strategies, what has been doing, calling the robbers, calling these traditional rulers. Look at the level of compliance. Look at how the message spread around the country. And by now, if not for that man, pride. If not for pride, by now, is he not supposed to have adjust the country? But the pride in him, they are not dancing in him. He believes when it's there, nothing can happen. This man, he should just do something quick before this thing escalates. And if it escalates in this country, it will be worse. It will be worse. It will be worse than that of Kenya. Thank you. Have a good morning.
It's all right. Thank you very much. Fortunately, that's the last phone call that we can take. But we have quite a number of messages. We'll just wrap things up here. Good morning. This is on WhatsApp now. You people are people of good heart. Double blessing. And that's Ralph from Satellite Town. Thank you very much, Ralph. Appreciate. Also, we have here Adeyemi Kamoru from Satellite Town as well. Revolution is a destroyer of future. Don't rely on it as instrument of national growth and development. It's 20 years setback for Kenya. Getting back to where they were 2 months ago will take them another 2 decades into the future. I don't understand that one, but it's fine. I also have here...
What was the future before now for them? This argument about people being taken back. The reality is that Kenyans, what have they been able to achieve, really? Government after government. That's what even the youths are saying. They've been there for decades and have not really seen any tangible improvement in their lives. So this idea of silently wanting to demonize the idea of people speaking truth to power is not going to work. It's for the government to do what they have voted in to do, better the lives of the people. QED.
Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. We commend the efforts of the security operatives yesterday during the protests in Lagos and other states where it was peaceful. It's sad that in some states, some parts of the country, the protests turned out to be looting. What I think the government should do is swallow their pride and bring back the fuel subsidy. The disruption of the economy started from the removal of the fuel subsidy, which is what's beneficial to all, rich and poor. There's hardship and hunger in the land. It's real. The government needs to get to work and do something about it before it gets worse than what we have seen. Now, that's Pelumi Lawrence from Lagos sharing that one. I also have here, good morning. I am Bolaji texting from Ijoko. On the protest across the country, my Eastern brothers and sisters receive my kudos. They have sent the loudest message to the federal government. Since the president has been silent in the face of our pains, it's wise for our people in the East to respond the same way. If you understand me, I hear someone saying they did but in a more unique way. I hope my friend Saheed may notice this. Governor Dapo Abiodun, please fix Ijoko Road. Abandoned for more than 13 years. I am begging. Apology from Ijoko.
You know, protest comes in different forms, Sandra.
Yeah.
Protest of people going to the streets. People will stay at home too.
It's a form of protest.
It's a form of protest. Look, the situation of the country yesterday in areas where people in the streets.
The government lost millions and millions.
And even individuals too.
Exactly.
But the idea of people deserting the streets, staying at home, not opening their shop, is a form of protest.
In one way or the other.
One way or the other.
You know, even those one online.
In a very unique way too.
He said that's what he said. He said they did this in a
so the government should also listen to people who have decided not to come out because they are also protesting.
They should not say, "Oh, this ones didn't come out. Let's be happy."
No, they are protesting too. There's a reason why they didn't come out.
He said something, but I don't want to say that. I will just move on. Good morning. The police attendance situation was above average, but it can still improve on crisis.
From Lagos Police, force yesterday.
I think the people made it easy for them for
and the protesters yesterday.
Good morning, Mainland FM. One person that annoying one person and one person is so it's two of them. Good morning, mainland everyone connecting to Lagos from Ogun State or vice versa through Odo and Odo Moshe.
I don't know, but I know Totowu.
To raise their voice until a connecting bridge is built there. Anyways, that's what
okay. Those are the people.
Yes,
across the
Lagos
river,
authorities should come to that place and see how to alleviate the people there. Michael from Alimosho are sharing.
Totowu is around Ojo. Those people at the riverine areas.
I also have here. Good morning. You cannot pretend to have physical and mental capacity to lead a country or state when you don't have except deceits and propaganda. Introducing tribal and religious sentiment into Nigerian politics and governance is very unfortunate and sad. Let's watch as events unfold, and that's Noah from Igondo. Steve Ikelu is saying on the protest, never underestimate the will of the people. Hungry people are that. Despite the battalion of soldiers, other security operatives, heavy threats to citizens, the protest went on. The protest was successful by all standards. It's left for this government to rejig their obnoxious policies to assuage hungry Nigerians and stop empty threats. More protests await this government if nothing is done fast. A stitch in time says 9. In the east, there won't be any protests. Now we know where the pendulum is swinging. Any Easterner, it's okay. All right, they may come out now and then unknowing.
And I think they don't want the problem of double jeopardy. You are dealing with an insecurity.
That's exactly what will be. So let's commend the Keja. I was out of Jota yesterday. I must really commend the police operatives. Yes, that's true, because some people were trying to cause some trouble. Ruffled the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good morning, and that's all we can take for this. He's dropped a message on Facebook.
It's roughly from Sokoto State.
Situation reports from Sokoto State. Thank you very much, though. We appreciate. And that's all we can take for this morning. As we've promised, not to worry, we're breaking it as it goes. And of course, check out our social media for further updates.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Said, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Said Fuad. Join Said Fuad on Sunday but most importantly, no looting, no breaking down of anybody's business.
To violence.
Say no to violence. Very, very simple.